Hello everyone, welcome to another Naraka Bladepoint video. This is OSK, and today we have the patch notes here coming out tonight, November 17th. We are going to be seeing some big updates here, so let's get through it without further ado. Make sure you like, subscribe, let's do all that stuff, and let's start reading. So for brand new content, of course you saw my reaction video on the staff. If you haven't, make sure you go see it. I'll link it here in the card in the top right. But we have the new weapon, the staff. This is called a congeneric weapon system, otherwise known as the lineage weapon. Basically, you're able to take the point off the spear. You're able to wield a staff. Horizontal and vertical combos are still the same, but the staff has some new moves that I think you'll like very much. This is being categorized as a long handle weapon, otherwise known as congeneric weapons. And they're trying to lower the starting difficulty of the new weapon as much as possible, but they still want to bring a brand new combat experience. Like we said, we have the same horizontal vertical strike combos as the spear. Spear sap is renamed to long handle weapon sap. They're going to rename that. That's really long. And they also share the Soul J dual ring now, which is pretty cool. For a new item to support the congeneric weapons, they have the crafting hammer, which is available through the Morris, or through the Rift Dealer, or Morris Blessing, which allows you to switch between the spear and the staff, which, to be honest, now that we have the staff, I don't think you're really going to be wanting to wield the spear as much, considering that the range is probably the same, and the staff has some pretty cool abilities, including the ability to get into purple focus, which is pretty cool, and it also has better chase down, it looks like. So anyway, that's about does it for the new weapon, the staff. Moving on, we have area updates. Finally, Yushan Ruins is completely available here in the Spark season that's starting here tonight as well. As the ice melts, Coraline Tree in the center of the oasis appears, bringing endless vitality to the place. I don't know if this means that you get a like a steady health buff every time you're around the Yushan Ruins, or if it literally spawns Vitalia. I do not know, but I guess we'll find out after we get into the new section of the map. We also have the Enigmatic Rift, which basically just allows you to teleport to indicated location with a cooldown of 18 seconds per player. It may vary in different matches, but it can be known when players choose their spawn points, which is cool. And it only appears in the Yushan Ruins, so make sure you take advantage of that. Also have a new weather system. We have Starry Night in place of night. There's a new weather effect during the Starry Night called Meteor Rain, where numerous meteors will fall from the sky, causing damage within an area. When the meteors crash, Stardust will remain for a while, and attacking Stardust allows you to increase the amount of rage for all units within range, which is pretty cool. Also, new troves will appear in the area of Meteor Rain and disappear after it ends, which is very cool as well. Finally, we are getting the Realm of Yang in the regular Herald's Trial. That's right, you heard it right. Realm of Yang, previously only in Immortal War, which, by the way, where is Immortal War? We're in the West. I have a separate video idea that I want to do to explain what Immortal War is and why it should be in the West and it isn't, but in any case, different video. Realm of Yang. This is the 1v1 portals that you've seen if you watch esports for Naraka Bladepoint. It's where Sunwing comes out, creates portals, and then players duke it out in a 1v1, and they have extra loot. Speaking of loot, it's explained down here. In the solo mode, Morris Blessing rewards for the winner of the first round, which is Vermilion Bird's Might or Mystic Might, as well as other equipment and items from Morris Blessing of the current round, which, by the way, at least in Immortal War, you're able to get golden weapons from this. I don't know if that's going to translate over to the Herald's Trial as well. You might only get purple, but we'll see. The winner of the second round, Mystic Might, as well as other equipment items from Morris Blessing in the current round. So first round, I think you should reasonably expect to get purple. Second round, gold. And there will be 3 portals or 3 realms in the first round, and the second round will only have 1. So there you go. It's a really cool system. I really hope you guys enjoy that. Same thing for duos and trios. You can read this. Winner of the first round will get any of Draco Storm, Vermilion Bird's Might, Mystic Might, and then second round, same thing except Morris Blessing. Well, second round you don't get Vermilion Bird's Might because I believe that's the blessing that allows you to spawn with all of your weapons intact whenever you die the first time. So there you go. Now we also have a limited time event, Moonbane's Illumination. As the ice sheets go away, Ancient Temple, got your dailies. They're used to light up these Yushan scrolls for random quests. It's all very cool. You can pause the video and read through it right here if you want. Hero adjustments, we have Yueshon. They've shortened the recovery frames of the second stage of horizontal vertical strikes under the general state, which is his ultimate. Target hit by Rampage will not be knocked airborne by common attacks. Rampage formation will not lose its effect before and after transformation of Troop Decimation formation. Troop Decimation formation is active. Yueshon will cast Rampage formation simultaneously. Decrease the duration of the formation from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. Increase its cooldown from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. And they've also adjusted Line Breaker Ambitions effect of reducing enemies' attack to 40%, but it no longer boosts allies' attack. They've increased the duration of Troop Decimation heroes from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. This is a big buff to Yueshon for obvious reasons. Shortening recovery frames is always good. They've decreased the duration of this formation, which is good, but increase its cooldown, so that's kind of a balancing act. But adjusting Line Breaker Ambitions effect of reducing enemies' attack to 40%. Like, what? That's huge, man. That's absolutely huge. Like, he's gonna be an absolute beast. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with him now a little bit more now that we have this little adjustment, just to kind of meme on it and see what exactly is gonna be going on. But I think this is referring to the terror debuff, which before I think only did like 15%, now it does 40. That's a lot to put it lightly. Moving on to Takeda Navitada, we have Demonic Strike Havoc. They no longer cause a stagger effect to Yueshon in the general state, Anti-Enhine Vajra state. Should have been like that from the start. Now it is. That's the end of heroes. Going on to weapon adjustments, they've adjusted general adjustment where you can now aim with every ranged weapon with the right mouse button, which is very good. For Longsword, they've slightly reduced the stagger time caused by launching horizontal strikes while sprinting to enemies on the ground with Longsword. So if this does what I think it does, it's going to take away this toothpicking method you could do where if you're sprinting towards a character, which by the way, sprinting horizontal strikes from a longsword went by really fast. You're like Speed Racer out there with this move. But it also comboed into a toothpick with the uppercut and all that sort of stuff. So removing this basically makes it to where you're either going to have a different kind of combo or you're not going to be as punished for getting caught by a longsword that's sprinting. You're now going to have to land the full toothpick combo to be able to, do the actual combo. So this is going to weaken longswords probably in a big way. They've also increased the attack range of crouch horizontal strike with longsword. This could be a buff to his two longswords aerial combo where you would do an uppercut and then a crouch horizontal with a follow-up horizontal and all the above. So this could potentially really hurt the longsword in terms of viability, which you hate to see, but then again, it does have one of the easiest combos in the game. So we'll see how this goes. But increasing the attack range of this, whenever you do land the toothpick combo, you should be able to get more damage off of it through this, I would think. All right, Dual Blades. Slightly increase the stagger time of standing enemies caused by Severance's 4-part strike to ensure that enemies have no chance to parry its posterior strike. I believe Severance, I don't know if this is the focus attack and then the follow-up focus attack after it, but if they make it to where you have no chance to parry the posterior strike, which is the one after the main, spinny blade focus attack, then this would make Dual Blades have a really significant buff, which it probably doesn't really need, but there you go. They've made the posterior strike not worth, they made the posterior strike able to be used. Let's put it that way. For the dagger, slightly reduce the attack and focus duration of uppercut rush. That was definitely needed, and I'm hoping that this reducing focus duration of uppercut rush allows it to be more easily countered as far as recovery frames go for when they miss the initial uppercut, because having them miss their attack still be protected afterward is really annoying. So hopefully that's what that does. Spear, they've optimized the motion of upper strike. Very nice. Nunchucks, they've optimized the motion of vertical charging while sprinting. This could potentially be related to the ability of the nunchucks to follow opponents more so than other weapons, which would be a pretty significant nerf to it, given that it likes the freedom movement that it has. All right, moving on from weapons, we have Showdown adjustments, combat adjustments, adjustments to damage multiplier of Omnius Rock's grabbing attack, which is absolutely huge. This is a huge nerf to that. The multiplier of this is decreased from 2 to 0.5, which is massive. They've also increased the airborne grabbing attack from 0.28 to 0.5. So they're making this homogeneous. They're reducing the smashing attack with multiple players in hand. The damage multipliers of this is getting reduced from 12 to 9, and damage multipliers to the players on the ground next to Omnius Rock when they smash in-game players is from 3 to 1. So that is a very significant nerf to that boss, which was absolutely wrecking everybody I was teamed with. The attack of Omnius Hellscorch reduced by 22%, and Omnius Rocket 27% in the Night Scream level only. And in the hard level, they've increased the probability of Omnius Hellscorch Blue Focus Strike, which should be the case anyway. People need to learn how to counter this anyway. Like every time I play in Omnius Hellscorch Blue Focus, nobody goes for the counter. You really should learn your mechanics, guys. All right, sense level adjustments. They've adjusted maximum sense level of Soul Jades dropped in different levels. Maximum sense Soul Jades dropped in different levels were increased according to difficulty. Now players can get Showdown Soul Jades with sense level higher than what is recommended in the difficulty level, which is very cool. And they've also adjusted it to where if the player's sense level is higher than the recommended one, monster's damage to whom is highly decreased, which is a big buff to all the players and a big nerf to the difficulty of Showdown. For omen adjustments, they've just adjusted the range of Forbidden Seal and Omnious Descent, which is very helpful because that was really annoying. They've optimized the motion of Omnious Rock, optimized combat move of monsters in Desert Tribulations, which is cool. That's the first level of Showdown, by the way, in the desert part in Chapter 2. For in-game adjustments, temporarily unavailable casual modes, Bloodsport and Omnious Nightmare off the chopping block. They are gone. They are keeping Shadow Search and Through the Fire, though. So if you enjoyed Bloodsport and Omnious Nightmare, or Omni's Nightmare, then I'm sorry, but your favorite mode is now gone. Canceled. Out of the game. Moving on to adjustments to Holoroth. Map adjustments. They've added 2 new collapsed areas to the walls of City of Tank, which is cool. And they've adjusted the structure of Boomerang Cliff. New spot, entry route were added. And for mechanism adjustments, they've added Firefly cages to the Starry Night weather in Holoroth, which is going to be absolutely brimming with rage. Hopefully you guys like it. Now, they've also made more adjustments to Herald's Trial mode, where the number of Morris Blessings for the first and second round was reduced from 2 to 1. And the Rebirth Charms in Rift Dealer was increased from 2 to 3. I actually really like this right here, decreasing the amount of Morris Blessing, because I know that, look, maybe I need the Morris Blessing more than others, but being able to have 2 on the map at one time, a lot of times I would go for a Morris Blessing and it would not be contested. I feel like if you're going to go for a free buff, if you haven't optimized your weapons yet, that it needs to be a bit more of it needs to have more people going for it, because otherwise it's just boring. You get a chest for free and it kind of defeats the purpose of going for it. So I'm actually really glad that they've basically reduced the number of Morris Blessings across the board to basically 1 per round. I think that is going to do it's going to have a pretty good effect on the experience overall, because it's more of a trade-off, you know. For AI opponents adjustments, they're still optimizing behaviors in easy level. If you're struggling with easy mode still with AI opponents, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but they're pretty dog water. For movement adjustments, they've optimized hit feeling when the player runs in between the left and right wall. Okay, I don't really know what that means. For in-game optimization, sound effect optimizations, they've changed the sound effects for grappling hook. Now you'll be able to tell when a friendly grappling hook goes off as opposed to an enemy's grappling hook, because the sound effects are a little bit different. They've also optimized special effect of burning, rescuing, and the kill announcement as well. I'm really interested to see what this special effect of the kill announcement is, because that sounds like it'd be pretty cool. All right, they've also optimized settlements in survival modes. This is going to... I'm a little bit confused by this change, but we'll see. The top 2 teams can choose whether to fight till the end or quit the game without reputation score loss. Settlement interface will show stats of all players in the top 2 teams. So, I do not like this change. I don't know why it's here. The top two teams can choose whether to fight till the end or quit the game. Okay. So there has to be, in my opinion, there has to be some sort of punishment system for teams that leave early, regardless of whether or not it's mutual or not. Because in my opinion, this is going to encourage teamers. Because all you have to do is you have to pair up with one extra team. You go to the end, and once you get to the top two, you can just quit the game, and you don't lose reputation score. So this just provides now for teamers. Like, what the hell is this? Unless I'm missing something, comment below if I'm missing something, but this seems like an obvious buff to teamers. I don't really know why this is here. Like, unless maybe if you get attacked first and you know you're already going to lose, like, so you don't have to sit through getting Tarka Infinite, maybe that would be a plausible case for this, but this is more bad than good. I don't really see how this benefits anyone, really. Like, why, you know? Why? I don't understand this change. If you understand this change more than I do, or you think you do, then please comment below, but this seems kind of bad. Out of game adjustments, they've adjusted the reset time of weekly rotation modes. Reset is changed to 20 UTC on every Wednesday. The change involves casual modes, weekly reward, Showdown, which is in accordance with the refresh of weekly battle pass quests and other general updates. I guess that's okay if you want to like homogenize everything. Justice Chambers reset. New features such as naming announcement are made. Justice Chamber will play a primary role in the upcoming major events, and more exclusive Justice Chambers features will be available soon. Good luck trying to get gamers to make new friends, but I guess it's worth a try. Free training adjustments. They've adjusted initial positions of players, rift dealers, most training opponents in free training mode. Fixed an issue where training opponents occasionally could not attack the blue focus during counter practice. This last one's a pretty good change. This first one, I hope that they make the combo training viable, because as of right now, it's just better to do the aim training still. So hopefully this adjusts that and we're actually able to get some combo training in. For hero badge, they've added new grades, you know, more hero badges, hero badge profile, show more interfaces. That's cool. Weapons, they've added the staff to it, can generate weapons, yada yada. Narakapedia, optimized interface soul jades. They can now easily distinguish shared soul jades from generic weapons. They've adjusted demo videos. Friends, they've added messages of extreme skin looting and friend status notifications. So if you see your friend get a really good skin from a loot box, maybe it'll encourage you to buy one. This is just a money grab. Adjustments to talent tab. Talent is now moved in the hero interface. So I guess that's good. I don't know if you'll still have the talent tab, but it's good that it's moved to the hero interface, I guess. Easier to get to. Client optimization. They fixed an issue where running a game for extended time could cause a memory leak when DLSS was enabled on NVIDIA. Big issue. Glad they fixed it. That would have been really bad. For store updates, obviously you have a Spark Battle Pass, which, you know, all these new treasures, blah, 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 blah. New regular treasure and Pavilion Lotus treasure. Lotus treasure is now the new loot box, etc., etc. They've added a hero badge store. There's new discounts in. Pause the video here if you want to look at all of them. And bug fixes. They fixed an issue where the bullets of ranged skills released by certain heroes when they were under attack would not take effect upon hitting enemies. Extra damage is always good whenever you're trying to do it, so glad they fixed that. And battle related bugs. They've optimized an issue where monsters in Showdown were prone to reset their attack motion during network rate fluctuation. That was annoying. Ran into that once. Glad it's gone. Fixed a bug where players could not turn charging to counter after getting up from the ground. Absolutely massive issue. Glad they fixed this as well. I was wondering why I was missing counters. And they've fixed a bug where the wormling could not take damage while being hit by golden focus, which is another Showdown related thing, but still good. All right, that's going to do it for all the patches. Big takeaways here. Yueshan is mega buffed. And teamers are slightly buffed, I guess. Seriously, like, somebody comment below and tell me what the purpose of this one is, because I don't know. Like, I got nothing for you on that one. But if you like the patch video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to all that sort of stuff. Comment, share, so your friends see all the patch notes. And yeah, make sure you follow me on socials down below. Thank you, channel members, as always. And that will do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I've been OSK. Y'all have a great day. See ya out there.
another. My tears leave healing powers, just one drop to recover. Can't stop me 'cause I'm defeated.